You are right.
Okomos the mean if ya o misa baby free ba odi kama ensuo ene aduane diwie what did you wie no baby sa de ntia oba ho ndi obeye wo kan wie ane ama oketep se obetima da ha enti most le obekọ yenu no Mozambique for fie no nipa ho doso chen papa na nkasa wa wo no ne ma dodo na ye ahoho ena sabi o oba pa
hey Andre
akwaba
papa ehu
ene kasa esi like kontra
Greater Accra Regional Police PRO ena wo twemu wabeto achien ewo studio hey Madam Juliana oba penny ahofe ante machien
enia
ahode wo hode
nyame de ache
ahofe ne de se uguso no no nyemre da
enya de amehihim krada
aduma mo boko de
nyame adom
Greater Accra Region aduma ne ekosai
nyame adom MC eguso ekra bambo mu de den MC chepi na ye pani ayenya ne foforo de betu just sisia de the centralized system of PR no ono ne mre so ne de wo be jemu na yenya yetumi.
You feel that is a good move? That centralized system no can in there.
It is not an issue of whether a good and I say but I think any pe be an institution be no we be there are times when you want to operate in a certain way and you know yeah the Rebecca say yeah near ya no dada it wasn't centralized e wo mo na say you centralizing so ne nhwe said ye etie nti Rebecca say yasuansuo yasuansa ye we ni but we feel so let's go back to where the system used to be so so it is not really an issue of whether it is good or it is not good. The most important thing is that egusukra bambo mu de denden ye hwese ye ko enimu ne ye no mrebi ye ne nra aye bia na enye no yatena sempanimfo atena se ya hwehwe mu edan ye betumi aye na ye ko enimi Ghana for omoda omobeda ebetumi atosa ewo eye amdrobes so na ye betumi ahwe se wokọ adwuma na wo san wachi akofia wo ye wadwen se me ponfo bobo be 5 de na medru fie na me yere aye aduane bia na makọ akodibi that time no obetumi edimu ma me ma akwanya na fa and say Ghana for enya sa ahotoso no enkenka information the mode of communication as CA adane kakra yenya sa ahotoso no se brano se koso enkramantam hanko ade a entebia no Madam Juliana obin wo hoi ye bete ni koso metu me hon samrane me se me the nation's capital police PRO.
Thank you.
Na se me ma me hon sa title na.
Thank you.
And so hun say my ready. To say me IGP Mr. Christian Tete hono I ready no. Say enyen crime but be bia beti asam ni bia no. Ye besre na obenya I think say in all of the regions no ye wo PROs or police PROs no. And repem ye besha da aba na ye the numbers ni nya aba betudwa. Say mpo me and our friend na sa won san kamea wo frɛ a national PR megidi ese won sabe kano na won sakano nso ade wo ho no bia ese akire mu e ma moti ase bia no but the best eya na ye bambo adwuma nta ya na nya bibia nso ene betumi dia atudwa ene nya bibia nso na be pese mo be pre mo ho enso dia atudwa be ye senka wotia na wa frɛ wunua ba ma a wo no ye se adwuma no na ma chie mu aka cho so be ma ana oba se ena asem no etie ana se ena ye pese ye de to said ye be ya yen toto eye bambo no ase na yen so yetumi ejina bibia yejina na yetumi ama bambo no aye fe sen said ye hu no
Obapa Julie we de nkran dem no nyina na wa ha ntim gidi say yeah you should suffer
yes man
eja
bibi wo ha Inspector General Alasa o start here me hu say the two aso akọ ne nim ebesi Yura Dampare or coins.
Yeah.
And these police feasibility.
Yeah.
na mrantie na kanena omo nhwede ni bike ni yi enti dampa time hu se bike ni be ye more emo mu nya bi wo monten ade ba kwa na me hu yin se na kanena no bo hu so mo na mantamu enti ga wo frifie aba adwuma no police presence there e wo mantamu enti be din se nipa bonifo bi betimi abo akwa because who police for mantamu achire no e ba fam ma ye hu mu nyina wo traffic light ase because if he say na timodinfo bi so gije nkofo ne ma traffic light ase ipacho mo won hihye se mo be sign edisa e wo hobom de but mo san bie mo ntaban mu ama ye nuanu police for na madum mo motorbikes o mtete so no ebetumi anante mantamu
ene edisa adwuma no de abo
se eye day o eye night o nke betime hu police around because even though initially first and omonante fie mo wiewia no na anajo hu saade no but money no mostly anajo pa na nkofo eden is the deep money pa nti minim die but if more sa plans now me so obema ye IGP ati na obetra na tabem na anajo no yetimi anya police fo a they will be on motorbikes on betimi akọ round abo ajapade ni nipa so ede
sure actually
near mechanic your research department in the Ghana Police Service Brano yeah research into the major policies administration bia the juma to say there will kind of we do some kind of reviews into one be hu say bia ye bibia ye na ya chia no kakra woman na asanso dia be woman na atene no woman kra na ye free ho woman so na de bibi foforo kra asanso
deliberate
me nka say deliberate but asen when se me find se nemre aye kase ube hu a recently in Ashanti region eche eye nkofobia na wo mudi eye mobile phone for bone yes so ekobanesa our highest form of concentration no eko honomo because I said the honomo na obia adwene eko eno nkyere se enkai no yejai echwide but of course ya dream bebre na no eko hono so having said this the mechanic say eyade ayeguso probably no san say ye mu bi no eko ko baby kakra nti no na em say ye ni ho komo ema mu hu say na eko but having said that no eyade amema mpanimfo nso aso atititiru ene regional commander wabafoforo afiansa wabafoforo na DCOP Dut Twaruka.
Okay.
Ono abafo for original deputy police commander and so for operations commander and so for.
Okay.
And in afiansa na ye toto ye nyoma biem. But of course, ne na ye dada bia na eye no. Enya adia ye be yi efri hono. Ye be ya na se ye beto aso. And into Ghana for Arashemu. So if it is the police visibility that we are talking about, yes, there's still police visibility. Then we besan so Ashemu Kena. Then so Kobane says so area or bibi o honomo ana bibi AC o honomo na sa won till once na sa obe hia sa police for ebeben wa ye besre obe call the police station betumi call the district commander betumi call divisional commander. So kosa places ya my boss in na say when you're comfortable I am always in the office, my doors are almost always open. They be aba na masrete hono train say what the problem be, but if I can't solve it I share it with either the district or the division. Better solve the regional police commander obe to me abwa enti pacho Ghana for munya reshemu ya ye adwuma na che ye guso ye because why the here issue air protection of life and property and enya adua IGP abafofo na police mpanimfo wo chrome ase no mo be toto na so yes police visibility is still there ye be shemu kana mama mpanimfo nso aso ate say ya de omo ya ma mani egene ma mo ho nso etomo.
Okay. My no say what my best sign. Minister of Pebre na fe yatra se be 2 hours na fe ya twetwe komo.
Me shada ba ene de na ene ma woda enti no me boyfriend
happy birthday.
No frey. Na Monsieur Bema me hu achente na me kwa adwuma meto afa ha se. Ene se me dia bepi ha nti no.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Me should have been
all right. Yeah, that's Papa Penny. Ahonfe Juliana Oben or Greater Accra Regional Police PRO. And I no atwetwe and komono right here on Adom 106.3 FM. I'm into in through na fi me ba abija for no yenchen komono ase ankasa meba.
See, your rich auntie gets more from us. Your childhood friend gets more from us. Your favorite uncle gets more from us. Your roommates gets more from us. Digital solutions get more from us. Rewards be free get more from us. 5-star treatment get more from us. Preferential rate get more from us. Easy banking and no on the answer. Instant loans and no on the answer. Papa party and no on the answer. STP account get more from us. Annie, the caps are bushing. The customers and pimping my edge also. Now when you see who come. Achede won waso ne abafu dwumadi ho haw anuye a eto twada na boa ama watimi adi wuduma titiru a eda wani we account wa absa ne nya nyoma pa bebre. Your story matters. Absa.
We introduced season 1. You loved it. Followed with season 2, which wowed you.
1997, a magazine came out. They described me as beautiful enough for the set, but not intelligent enough for the show.
Now, hold on to your seats. We're coming with a brand new, non-stop dose of the most epic entrepreneurship program ever. The Career Trail is back, and this time, we're cranking it up with no breaks. Get ready as we release new sets of amazing entrepreneurs. Ask the hard questions.
I remember when my results came, they gave me a D in math, and I was like, no, I'm better than a D in math.
They gave you or you had a D?
Unveil the good sides.
I was promoted from constable to chief inspector.
Discover the bad sides.
All I know is that I want to start shawarma. Then from nowhere, I lose my home.
Learn new lessons and enjoy the fun moments with these incredible personalities.
Okay, so 60 seconds, 10 things that are blue. Chelsea.
And oh, guess what? You at home get to co-host by asking your favorite entrepreneur any burning question. What do you want to know?
How do you juggle MCing with journalism?
Here's your chance to get answers straight from the source. Now, to the big question. Who is your chauffeur on this unforgettable journey? Of course, your young and vibrant host, Irene Dubia Aining, will be at the wheel, driving you towards your dream entrepreneurial destination. The new edition of the Career Trail shows every Saturday at 4 p.m. on Joy Learning TV and at 6:30 p.m. on Joy News, with a repeat on Sundays at 1:30 p.m., Mondays at 5 p.m., and on Fridays at 8:30 a.m. only on Joy Learning TV. The Career Trail, your success journey begins here.
PG. I am from a jar and hotse. Nanso se and Hubatia Mawa, I just would dear did you may and son I will be so ujan. Here, Nasha se from a jahon can be ara and J ho. Se would say in from a jahon pampana, we upon it and Pomanuna, a banisa, man so an I may numbri biara a di in Yamaho de a year juma. Dundum a jabiara was so ho. Nafre onim the 4 mano meshe mount. Fasamina in Siogu in from a jaton true one ano. Se a natural say etue am ta ehwe say droban na etwen from agya no ho ntue na ta sesa droban no acha preko mfie mienu biara echi hwe say abri biara wo be soja no wo bepa wo matches ansa na waso wo stove hwe say from agya ne ho asode no adum abri biara wo mfandi dwuma biara inkratuo yi a free National Petroleum Authority aswe
Adom FM 106.3 FM.
Adom 106.3 FM abejafo atenase yemfa sedano Emma Absa ya ende Absa ultimate account Emma oniema bebre sanso na game park games sika no ya pagem e de kosoro sanso ena oye aban dwumayeni na wo pebesia Consolidated Bank Ghana Emma up to 250,000 Ghana cedis na onso so odi atwitwa ho ya ma 72 months na odi atwitwa ne kakra kra nti woni CBG and yɛtwe nkomo Telecel made for me bundles no so emuye voice need data officer ye boa sika kakra bi ekura obi ano dial *530# *530# and also download the Telecel Play app no na subscribe Telecel connecting energies. Abejafo Atlantic, we have the full house. Anthony Nupenu, the presidential staffer in charge of the Greater Accra region. Tony Akwaba,
the regional organizer of Greater Accra. That's powerful.
Was it presidential? Much more powerful than the presidential staffer.
Parties are more powerful than government. But you also say,
Ghana
party structures. He has been in Nigeria. He knows how powerful party structures.
The political party is.
The political party is powerful than the government.
Yenshan komonase na eneno mepese me chance free osofo ho. Because I mean how passionate you are about Galamsey. Enra Lands and Natural Resource Minister Honorable Emmanuel Lama Kufibua. Nsem for a very emotional one at that. In fact, Enra Osun.
They should declare state of emergency. It's as simple as that. If the thing is a worry, declare state of emergency. Now don't play on our emotions. You have the boss to you said we should declare. That's why we have given you the power. So declare. You have more power, no declare. We don't know what declare. The thing is that easy.
Can you come out in?
Now we know we switch.
Come out in. Come out in, please allow. In fact, as we speak now, we order the immediate revocation of Akonta mining license over Galamsey allegations and pictures ni videos ni bia me hunu here no na I am share kakra so for baby ya be good
the kind ma yan share tie for ne ahwefo na me nuanom mienu a me hu o ma chapa yi kama ne Anthony mo bia so afi shiapa CJ ade bia awo ho ache na situ enye dakro ene de tu ase nti Galamsey awo ho ache kakra me ha mani nka from Yura Mills penso our task force because now a pijano e be see ene say in fear do abempa ya come 20 years nti enya de betimi da ko ene etu ase ne mo awe ho sam say ye ko enim na na ye kese say gade ya kutia de nka say e minimizing ne mo ye ko enim na ye kese because November 2022 I withdraw soldiers from all these mining areas no e ka hu bi na ma niema e Nsem kura and until me aban yi bayi the woman say o makeka nsem bi in the past ni onoma na me nyini say dakope ana bosome ne na wotwe no bitime den de tu ase I just say ya den hye pato from na ye adwen say be di san hye pa no so na ya bomodin ama ana montu a yebetu no etima wie peye o hwa de na subri forest ana wo ka ho asem na menti ene say omukọ hokra na enche bia sa o enche dan but uhwe ni padodo a
di 10,000 ko
no enche kra omun minya so edibe 1 year kra uhwe ni padodo a akotena kwaye no mu a na omudi bone a etisa ya hye omonema nyina nche say omukọ Bible says say you pam obone for ba ko free nchen okokọ hwe omo ho den nson ka na ho no no ma ba and definitely they also find a way out say by you be sustain the fight in ho hia me and I want to go by the Yura Manebo Makan no I say let's talk more action so what I say let's talk more action nipa bia o ya nima bia ensem fatai say de fa kwan bi so no say de fa kwan no so soon it doesn't solve problems. And to me, as I say, I said, Corner Jones, or who didn't mean and yet into the Wusu because you're your mind to me and I to me, dear my young, and the quality wrongs. So, my Benima, and to me, Major Bontin, because I said, near me, see, or my more didn't know, or me issue.
No, but soon it doesn't it go to show passion for a human idea and how ready and willing you are to fight it.
The message me boa me hu say o pepa. On share the Wellington boot. On share the safety boot. Now on share the ring jacket. Now on tinsi form. And you be hu say adwuma na why then oye na oye ni ye. It's not about telling us as Ghanaians. No. And then a woman say we nneema na e so wo ye hu. Them coming weeping in the public, doesn't solve the issue. And solve the issue, because day in and day out, Yeah, you be free, never be come. Yeah, you be free, never be come. My kind of video so. Say, you per se to us here. Politicians ain't sure. Now, Forest Protection Unit, a wing of the armed forces. Niemfa quiet and in area hona you say the red zone in and armed forces forms that. Ye medi san common beam. San common ni beam. Just form the unit. Forest Protection Unit of the Armed Forces Unit. Now, young mechanized barracks. Those areas. Ashanti region, the mechanized barracks. Just specifically dealing with illegal within the forest, outside the forest domain. Western region, Yanedi. Western of Yanedi. Northern region, Yanedi. Asa.
No, but so are you not worried? Some of these, because we've seen Operation Vanguard, Operation, all these task forces, at a point they go and they get compromised by these miners. Now, is it not of a concern?
What you say, armed forces are compromised. So you be sure,
Papa says,
intimacy. Once these areas are being controlled, all the force most of the politicians anymore. Or the party chairman, but just give them the unit. Okay? Give them the unit. Say you have to take regional command. Let's have the forest protection unit. What is that chance you'll be a Galamsey order? What is that? What will be a Galamsey? What will be a Galamsey or a chance of forest order? ABC.
Debbie.
I didn't hear. Because whole military zone.
Set Anthony Barracks. Now, Bema.
Yes. If we want to fight it, declare the areas military zone. Apart from baby, obi what legalized license all year Juma. Or number of council Juma. Areas no harm because I'm telling you, I'm going say, yeah, first time I call office, Ura said, John, I'm funny crazy. And she shot here and said, baby, I'm not Galamsey, a hard draining. Illegal chains or hard draining. Yani, I'm for so sign, I'm you and Aki Guswa. They don't give us a release the forest, at the more for training purposes. And Juba Konomas is signpost to her. Oma bomb 10 to inside. They are training their men there. Obako, would you go there? You won't. And yeah, said, and this suggestion, I'm free me on about you. You are Collins Dowda, our minister. Our lands and natural resource.
Yes.
What I say here, Dean, who said, I'm on your summer check, MPP, NDC, because NDC for catch MPP for say, maybe one day I declare state of emergency. If the government is committed, go back to me to us here until now. Also, MPP so catch NDC for say, almost on Santi, because he caught no Jinan Quantia, and can't as I be very far. And Argentina, and he made this suggestion. Our forum now. I'm going to discuss illegal mining. I work in Piskin or Mass or make it have a suggestion. Now, I can't watch them that because I've been there. Meaning, just let's have these forest protection units and declare those areas a military zone. You don't need to declare state of emergency. Me say what they see. You catch it. I will say forest. We should be forest. She say they are Ghana Armed Forces. And for purpose of training, men are training young ones now. But you will call forest mining. We are sure so
I doubt.
We are sure so be call so mining. I'm not sure. And says can I spending baby bena sabi water gas in Jamaica say water gas no maybe a job for the boys because enye she can spend no ye the Ghana Armed Forces are on recruits for now, you could train no more forest because I want to do more quick juma because I be paying. General Pompey Pra and never corner who Jim. One of the finest generals at Armed in Vatama into Kwastati or northern I can say Sahara region. Burkina Faso, Niger, Mali, no. No, who said no, I am here. I'm here na flow net made Abegula Ghana say. It's hard to see a secure Ghana borders. Before na Northern Command, no more patrols ever hockey. And who said no patrols no outside. Then let me do mechanized barracks. Into all your border towns in Ghana, your mechanized barracks are a soldier for not ho, or muda ho, or maybe be our ho. I see barracks all. And then the days will be better for baby Cotico Missouri, about with weapons. Sanya men is here, now you're doing command, a simple thing. Papa, I know about CDSC. You're a Japan. You take Vanguard 2017 on and Vanguard commander, first Vanguard commander.
Yeah.
He knows the job. He's been there. Mama say, who says soldier for no making moves be. And they were on my sister on the Southern Command, you know, I take over Central Region, Western Region, the Juma Central Command, Ashanti Region, Northern Command, Northern Region. I should have for him. I am because me Juma with him. I know Nejuma or sort of see Nejuma. He's a fine gentleman. Enti Ghana ye pair. Ye soon ye be soon. And ye discussion ye be discussing. Because a bas a crime will be a in fact discussion here. You know my coat to call Bokui. Yes, Christian don't go. You first your phone call.
Yeah.
And then say young play politics with it. And you see the German military say among CSM now. I'm telling you, give them within 3-4 months to contribute. But it's a menu be because I think so. I'm pushing you, Sibisa. Or she said, a banner and not being say, Ombeti metu, Boku Tokanasia. Here soldier for 20 and a police protection unit, you know, FU force whatever. Here on 30 pet or you say 50 and bit mad. I could the whole Boku Tokanading every because Omoba with the law and order heading, Eba be a juma. Intimate say you are Kofi Amaboa. Semi Seno. What by a so jidding in order, Oko. It's soon in on here and what and saying in CBBano. On any Ministry of Defense and Transit, Ministry of Defense, Nimiano. Normally, you are Mahama and Kasa. Now, Forest Protection Unit. Yes, I did now. You bet my quarter the illegality within the forest. Galamsey be a 10 of the past. Mark it on the wall. If we can do that, Galamsey will be a 10 of the past.
Okay, but that's it. As well for Charles Owusu and Yete and Kano. Come on in.
CJ, you see, if you say, yes, say, Asemeka, Ana Adiyo, et se Johnson. O Jina Soro, now shall say Johnson. A shall say no one over here now. We waiting. A baby, you know, when you pay. CJ, Oman Penny John Dramani Mahama. Onu ne was say this subo bonus say Galamsey still like that so cause one na say why ne was say this subo bonus. E asem bi so. Oman Penny John Dramani Mahama. Onu ne ma Galamsey e koso no ana.
No say Galamsey no and shase
enyo enyo no. Oh me that say.
Yeah.
Nanso yamra pon e de Ghana.
Yes.
E ka kire say the mineral resources of this country is vested in the hands of the president.
That's true.
That's
true.
And that was the argument advanced by my brothers in the NDC. Say Omanpenyi Nana Adodanko Akufo-Addo onu na ye Chief Galamsey our country because he is the one the mineral resources have been vested in his hands. CJ, I started off this way because I want us to view say Sabi Galamsey enye nunkwa any illegality should not be squarely put, your friend is saying, blamed on the president alone. And that's how I see it. Yet, Chiremaya, yan kind of cry womb, nay, na enye efa, let me unsolve it. And I said, the politics, ebemu pet, and Akufo-Addo na say, and I want to declare state of emergency. CJ, we are wamra ewo krumha. Sam rano ye feno Emergency Powers Act 472. Eyemra pa efa emergency state of emergency declaration. And our fire constitution so Article 31 It's clear on the state of emergency. These two act now give us detail on how to handle situations like this. And I believe say the NDC saw this and made that argument and advanced same. Emma Nanado appeared bad in the eyes of people. Emma CSOs eba out. My brother, a friend, is a university lecturer in Yamano Post, yeah.
Professor Jampo.
Jampo was all out say, yes, you crucify Akufo-Addo because of Galamsey. And now Kacha said they have put tents in place when Galamsey is still on. The minister is crying, where's Jampo? Jampo should go and find out. And the minister knows. So people like that, nyachum.
No, but come on.
Excuse me. No, it's emotional. Let me make the point. Nyachum. In the name of CSOs. Just because of interest. No man soraba. I can't say anyhow. Abra, I was saying my suggestions for all of us to be able to fight and nip this in the bud. CJ, Galamsey is actually causing havoc. Galamsey is high. Now, see, we have gotten to a level in our politics, in our life in Ghana, we don't question wrong. And then Akolabia Kunyen is saying, no, top banks, probably the more. You question the source of the funding. We think, say, oh, the person should be hailed. Meanwhile, your name is a business. And the politician be ecosystem going 40 years. You question the source of the money. And the media, ube journalists, or your presenter, sabi Mr. Wa, heka them, fear them. Find out the source of the funding. So I am trying to say that every facet of our life has been corrupted. That is why the young people are almost too hard. Young for policy, Papa Bia Massa Omuyumano, or call for a social or say many golda. You can't stop that person. One here, it will become an issue. And then even the minister who is crying, look at the first activity of fire. You have gone to say me close Akonta Mine, who is the owner of Akonta Mine. Wrong move. Invite him. If you have claimed, say, yeah, investigation with the allegation that because we can't store with Daily Graphic, with the allegation say watra the limit, wako join a syndicate of criminalized a year. That is criminal. That is actually an allegation you have made. Have you invited him?
Which warrants an invitation?
No.
What for?
Excuse me. I'm saying that rightly so speaking, licensed company to do large scale mining, and your minister is saying, say, oh my investigation who say, sa company no, kanana with forest officers. No more tongue a beer extra on the land. Have you invited the person to listen to his side of the story, whether it's true?
Is that necessary?
It's very necessary. What is the rule of natural justice saying? If you allege, say, say, me say, Sebi, to nupe no akoyade. Abra onye yentie ne nyehwe na about say we are taking decision. Whatever belongs to him, we crucify, we spoil it. Have you listened to him? And secondly, uye sano oye MPP nia sanso na obi to politics abra nanka and credible ebia you were right. Said something was going on. Follow the due process nicely. Amabua is a great gentleman, very beautiful gentleman. And I don't doubt his saying the capabilities. But the approach for all of us is better and it's important. It shouldn't be about wound to me. It's about Ghana. Say wound to me, follow the due process, invite wound to me and let him understand. Say investigation any report any you call bland so what limit waha ya say wakwaha is it true? Now establish it, then the wrongdoing will be applied. I mean, your friend saying the measure will be applied. But I can't papers. Akonta Mine has been stopped. The license has said now honestly to baby and also I've seen Win to me PRO also writing a lot. Say no correct. Ono kra or you reclaiming of the land. Why jive mine across data?
Yeah, I'm just some thousands of coconut trees.
So who is now right? So who is now right? That is what I'm saying. Say it's not about wound to me. A bit my you wound to me and a bit my will be so ochina. Sounds on the MPP to buy no be so in the mine. They say Adom mine is something like I've forgotten the name. But there was also an issue. No, Sophie said he was not properly handled. Can we continue on this tangent and solve Ghana? We can't. Intermediate no mesre. And yes, soon now babe soon. Cameras mu. And a solution to Galamsey. If you came out, this is the second time I'm not happy with the minister. Now, no, but I say they said they bought drones. I have not seen a single drone. Simply handing over notes was given to you. Simply, there was a minister there. Can't you invite the person and let's talk about it? Also, what drones? Ghana Sika under Act 179, which is the willful causing financial loss, is there. You can even take the person on if it is true. You haven't done that. All you do is let's come to public opinion and then talk, and then politics. Ghana is growing. And I'm saying this to we the young ones. Look, let me tell you, yesterday it was the Daroches. It was the Peter Alajetis in MPP. It was the Stephen Krekus. It was the Sionyanos. Today, where are they? Tomorrow or today is some group of people. Maybe are the Dr. Baumia. Okay? They can the Japans and all that. Say enkomo ho a sanso na ochina so ebetima be ebiatoni ni penu Kamal Din any offense Charles Owusu. It is how it goes into ye abutre any offense enimdie any Ghana. It shouldn't be about us. Yeah, but okay. I think the Galamsey, the politicization of same is wrong. It's not proper. Whether NDC in our power, and MPP in our power. What is wrong and fight it. But I will sit here to say finally, they should invoke Article 31 and declare state of emergency in all forest zones. Who declare we are, then you bring my brother's solution. After you declare, no, Obia free ho. Then you now bring the solutions. I no from military barracks. No, now that place has been zoned up and mapped. But say the cassette there, we can never solve this problem.
All right,
I think that was sad.
Kamaldeen Abdullahi is representing the MPP and Yetien and Kano. Anthony Nupenu. Tony, so clearly Akunta Mining, they are calling the move a clear breach of natural justice. That's the point I was making. And a politically motivated act. In fact, to quote a portion from their release, or say the Honourable Minister's decision to publicly link Akunta Mining to illegal mining activities and to call for the revocation of our mining license is not only unjust and premature, but also a clear case of seeking to hang the dog and give it a bad name. Nupenu.
Yo, CJ Medasi, Mini Chabema, ETF in Ghana. For me, yeah. Consul. So no a consular.
Yeah. Big man.
Okay, and yeah. CJ Mini Paddy or Kruma, 8 years. Some brothers. For me, one of your cardinal roadmap is you be 2 and more, you be a good year, you should have basa or ye quiet ni insu. Inti idea ye can't hoop within the your manifesto near campaign. Say Obi be a while I say who support the NDC Bapa Ubenya Hong Quine aye near my self at all chrome hadie ye dear ye no entry and say ye benya sa fahudiano say ye quiet bebo who by insu river bodies ye be restore no say the any brebi etusa na mono and omampenyi yeso no or Sandy Sabono to Ghana for him. Or power minister, so no, a power minister, office abrono, or no, so name the way illegal mining, quiet in you. Into no soon in a pan for Nasa and share at the cabinet level and interministerial level, no, or mark a come work with dear, and say, never more where I say to me to so asa with the fiercest approach to make sure say we combat illegal mining. And in your course, and you say say be business and I say victimize you be. It's all about restoration of our forest cover and then reclamation of devastated lands and then getting our blue economy, which is our water bodies back to life for proper environmental protection. And some of the large miners and large concession owners, it is a fact, say, they've allowed illegal people to enter their concessions to mine, because imagine concession to say maybe 2, 3, 5 nautical mile concession. My register say me a large scale miner. But a hondina say me timidi ejumano. Mini binti na CJ me try some 10 acres biamo. You don't even have the license, but because you operate within my license jurisdiction, the regulatory bodies are not able to enter there. I'm going to say me, and me by status and by law, I am covered. Me were forest entry permit. Me were minerals commission for BBR. And to see Jenny Japan for share illegal mining, nobody is obian finding in Kong. Me trade be a match as also. And within this trading, mumu ye illegal mining, but you are paying royalties to me. And that is what has happened in many of the large concessions. And whatever is being seen today is not new, because your Krumhana Samabu Jinapor, the then minister, Ekache Ghana for Nina say, Akunta mining doesn't have any mining license to enter the is it Tano Imri, and I says one of the forests. And this same Akunta, who call Eastern Regional, they almost destroy about almost the 10 football field in one of the Achim areas during the SWAL MPP administration. And for me, Krano, I was expecting that it was one of the first concession areas the Galamsey fight should have been combating, because all they do is to take concessions and then apportion it to illegal miners. A fact, and yes, will be na person or say will be that has happened until last week, based on several intelligence and other things, then they went into these areas and saw say some of these things have gone so deep in destroying our land. And kudos to the ministry and the team for what they are doing. But my strongest strategy is that the action should be intensive. All Ghanaians need Ghana for Nigeria say yetu as yet. They don't care who is involved. At the end of the day, the alternative should be livelihood empowerment to all these young ones chichi or forest, because most of them occupy and reduani. They don't own concession. They don't have not even a quarter plot of land for them. Daily mark of 30 cedi and 40 cedis. And now, combating this crime. All these guys must be rehabilitated and restored back to life. And the government's Feed Ghana program is one of the loudest initiatives. All these guys, as they arrest them, for me, prosecuting them will be a non-starter. So I declare a rehab center, take them through, so that we start giving them skills and then restoring them back to their lives. Most of these people, unfortunately, do you know where they come from? They come from my home region. Most of them coming from Volta region and the northern part of the country. Say Ejuma Papa be what these regions are. I don't think young men and women of this will travel to this forest. Some goes pure water and mutomu. Adichin wakofa pure water. If you krubimu now a top block a goose, no they call this mining sector, no akotom, no inyana no diani. Are you getting me? Yeah. Taking that young girl to sell will not lead to anything. So we need to restore them into skills acquisition, empower them to get back to their regions and start doing something. And I believe that will take off the human resource. And he's a greedy politician and I say businessman on who academy or the top machinery, the forest, yeah. autonomous when you human resource now, the machine alone cannot go and work because you have restored that operator or whoever into some employable skills and economically viable venture. Then the other aspect I also strongly agree with Charles Owusu is to make sure that all these our forest zones become a military operation area. I agree. And I've advocated for this for long. Say, everywhere you think criminals will take charge and economically empower themselves, give it to the military. Everywhere you think people will forestall destabilization of the country by war or say declare it a military area.
Hey, then we will have military zones.
Yes, and
yeah, because it comes at a cost.
Yeah, it will come at a cost, but the state can do this at less cost. Che, what is their economy? Yam production. When you send the military there, they should go and farm yam. They should take over the land and farm the yam. At the end of the day, they will get the money back. Are you getting me? Near Ecoso Bokui. Say military no establishing large commercial farms. All these young men and women who are being armed with this, they will get a job on the farm and work. And it will bring unity among them. We are underutilizing our military in this country. There's no war on the continent for our military to go and fight. No pay so in a military for me thousands of people have been employed as civilian employees under Ministry of Defense. What do they do? What do they do? We pay them for nothing. Let's really look at our military act. We can use the Ghana Armed Forces to farm and feed this country. When you drive through the Eastern Corridor, no one I see a good we are not doing anything now. Me, if I'm a defense minister, I will just turn the military into a very viable economic gain. And farming is the way out. When I was young, the military was into poultry, livestock, fish farming, and crop farming. Today, all those lands they've sold them to private investors. And what they do is to plant a brick and mortar.
Tony, Oka defense minister, he is also suggesting that one say the excavators chassis numbers and they tracy the big people behind the Galamsey.
That is not enough. Confiscate them those machinery to the engineers unit of your Ministry of Defense.
But you think it's going to work that way? Excavator, chassis number, no, chassis number, the Tracy, the big man behind.
Some of these things, for me, I won't buy into it. I don't know the rationale, but I won't buy into it. Me, all these machineries will confiscate and give them back to the engineers unit of the defense.
The then candidate, now President Mahama, say most of the people behind the Galamsey
we know them. Why?
They are the big men, and this is a move by the defense minister.
Minerals Commission document shows who owns what concession. What are we talking about here? Some of these machines are rented. Some of the machines are rented.
Yes, that's true.
It's a Mimato machine. Mimi Diani said me provide service to a Galamsey operator. Obisu Diani said or provide fuel. Are you getting me? That is how the value chain within this mining activity is. 80 Mimi machine. Yachia would be tracing me. Galamsey.
But don't you think you're an accomplice? So we be rental or
so watch Fakoye Jumama Ministry of Defense. Masu Odino train but Ube prosecute me because my top machine army renting. Why Mraben preventing me say I cannot own an excavator for rent. Which law? I am into machinery renter. And I will see you renting me machine.
Yes.
And now they are going to be beat. Instead of dealing with you, are going to deal with the machine rental service owner. What are we talking about here? Am I a Galamsey here? Mimi the service. It is clamping down on illegal mining. The concession owner is the guilty person. And you can say, I am an accomplice. Sometimes rationally, I don't get it. So are we saying people cannot rent machinery in this country again? What confiscated? Me be DHA. Me as the service owner, me be DHA. Fakoma Defense Engineers Unit.
Okay, Tony, me that say I chipped in the second issue. No one excavated. No,
yeah, me no Anthony Kano. You see, Mami Kano Crunchero.
Me too.
I don't be can say yenche machine in an crowd say. Machine costs almost about 4 million Ghana city per one. Na say that machine. Do na make make just 90% of government wuro mi na mko han. One day na me nam Kumasi Council na me accident. Ti baby e de me ko try no. Ko na broni bi ne o Indian. Na excavator be mi no bi si o brand new ones. I'm say na o dem o so o rent. Anwumre da me mfi okra o e na two brand new a loaders do two siding.
E be kan ho.
Wabetina kuma na wato aba na all rent man kofo. But the woman say the me person minister here say issue a statement say obi bia wo ye rental okro mu a wo ho kwan say otimi rent equipment. Say o rent machine na o anyi documentation sem fi enipa no ho because we saw a contractor I saw a contractor there all ye the area adwuma all ye. Also o ye minor nye crime. Or the mining legal license or your mining was so and so place. Until on for document to be there and two official. Answer what release the machine then. Amano. Two options. Either say machine you machine and answer so kind. You be machine in area kuma police or military. But say we say metiwe the machine si ho. Because machine go nyam na me rent you mato na me dia ma obi. And na on hweso rent emame. Konkofo bi behind koye construction no manyina.
Yeah.
Na nipa na ko han dia ma obi. Yeah. Na nipa de koye adwuma. Wo se me am machine yam dia no. Wo de chassis number na ba hwem say. Me nam koye Galamsey na ba chi me ho ana. O normally no. I won say ye nyina mitimi na se. Opekwan bi obetime si ade na no e den e kwan. The ocean tokro be at the baby and what sees Antokrono. Say, pay your being to for window be a wedding, MP. Because my own passion or our Galamsey on. Nambum, I didn't say. Why not that way betting me at Jim Madian? Oh, my nantin in Fitchin. Yea, now, him say, so the meaning I can't, Boko conflict. Matis say, Professor is a national conflict, not anything that you feel you say national conflict. A conflict now, no. Yeah, you see a bit no kind because it's a peace. Ma, I said no can ye, but peace makes me about. Many no kuniad, so you for uncle. You declare how military zone. While was as you will be just as the fuel. You see a dog. I feel who can do as so I feel won't know. One fast remember. I do assassin. People, dear, what be you on it to your car? What you say? What be you on it to your car? I was assassin. And you feel who says, sir, assume you any boarding. And you mamma, but Transia say no, the Aqui. As you say, yes, from the day, our into your way. Name from Nanum pencil, come and come pencil. I just say a fashion, you need never Transia Casa. Dear, but we keep on doing the same thing. How can we have a different result? Into illegal Galamsey, no. Me say, see, I'm not seeing no any deal. Yeah, person, Minia Kamadina, NDC Abeka, MPP Aka, NDC Abeka, MPP Abeka, Galamsey for who should do. And I answer to hire. MPP needs this no power. The MPP need to hire. Won't call declare a money say emergency. Or not to be no Juma. Yanam Kwan, you home some. Me say before elections me call was sell crop. That me real papa.
And a pay na me ka japa. Wasa japa. E kru na ufiso anche bia na wo call e kru pon.
Me say me real papa.
Quine in champion. And a pay ya.
Police checkpoint. And now right, left, and a right filling station.
Yeah.
Both sides now.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 hours. So many quite a lot of quite comedy. Machines, no, Juma, I coba. I'm not sure, say, create is a coupon or a coupon. A bit to me expanded in the next maybe 20 years. Me sure. I just be a baby or moon to Abraham because be able to walk behind and be out, walk see them be oversinking. Because of the deep now, man for a come on away. And you say, me, and free one, Jai said, the Yaman, you send because I am for a year. Now, ya security agencies and your juma. Na crime ben here, the politics. Sir, illegal, I'm saying, and your crime. And your crime.
Crime.
Now, yeah, the politics echo. Yeah, the security forces not echo. Yeah, you know, begin say, you bet me, I am a but sell Bokaka so Tracy will be a day.
Chances number.
I'm watching it. Me say that is the solution. I'm not sure.
That's it. Come on in. Chances number, I did Tracy, the owners of excavators.
Is he near Minuaton and Nipenu ne just a count one seminal? Me no more partly agree with each other. First of all, ownership of the machines, and I believe, say, some modia minister person use so establish the ownership of the machines. But the question that lies is that what of access number? What they are called DVLA? What could Triswe Nipano? What then is the next question? Nipano or your Galamsey? That's the next question. You have gone to check. Yes. Me who machine we waha. Yeah, penipano or end boy $4 million we own to me and easy for these boys to get to buy it. Into your nipano. But the question is the person a Galamsey? Did he sanction say me machine and koana? This you see, don't unnecessarily give yourself problems. What you have to do is simple. Minia a prophecy. Obi biara or earth moving equipment bia or rent biano in this country a business. We should be able to identify them and where they are. That's one. We should give them a criteria as to how to go about renting your earth moving equipment. What just say? That's our criteria. Say, Mrakra no beya ela ekra na munya ela no. Say before you rent an excavator and a grader and whatever no. This is the criteria at the whole. Now more munya copies. It's published in their offices. One, are you a contractor? Yes. And here now do me site in the echo. Me found machine now me de ko be adanse. Adanse uko ejuma ban me de ko road. Okay, no problem. Me wa tracker e wo me machine no no. So say adanse na wo de ko. Say anko adanse I will report you to the authority say wa be fa me machine baby.
Simple.
As simple as XYZ. Now when that happens and you put all these modalities in place and that you know, the next move is that any machine that is found in a Galamsey zone, an illegal machine, it should be arrested, given to the military, like my brother Tony Nukino has said. You were engineers unit at the military. 48 engineers regiment. Their job is to do brick and mortar to help us, bridges in normal aspects. But they don't have equipment. Only equipment. I have a small problem with their gold board law. Which says, earth moving equipment now they are common miners. You are saying you want to go and seize miners because that's our problem. And the next movement, no, what's our say? Better excavators are common miners. Imagine the double standards. So I think in a country we are not really thinking properly. With all respect. Look, we have all the fine laws in this country. Now, Article 20, Clause 2 of the Constitution of Ghana. And juxtaposed him to land ownership, land acquisition in this country. The government of Ghana has the right to compulsorily even take land for development purposes from whoever it is. Because the land is vested in the hands of the president. But the question is, and Boku is in trouble. Other areas are in trouble. Alavanyo is here. We have followed Alavanyo for so many years. Simple matter. Government take over the land. Put your military there. Say here, map for government. Nobody can come there. It's finished. Yeah. All we do is to come and sit down and do politics. Because NDC ni HSA yako to akonta mining na budget. So that's what I would do. Just say the minister is working. If the minister comes to say, I have closed akonta mining and akonta mining belongs to MPP. Oh, why Juma? MPP so bad. Almost CJ mining. Yako tum CJ so NDC. Hey, why Juma? That is the kind of character we have given to ourselves in this country. And I keep saying it. Look, don't think you will be in government forever. MPP in our 8 years, we said there's no way NDC is going to come. We ended up getting 41 point something percent. NDC, when they were in power in 2016, they ended up getting 44 point something percent. Oh, my friend, you forget about that one. You see, so those are the matters. So I'm saying, Minister Excavator, Sema work or their be, maybe look, put modalities in place, be able to identify. And finally, medicine, we want solution to this Galamsey. You know what? I want to ask a simple question. Do we have helicopters belonging to the military and the police or not in this country?
Yes, we do.
So what stops us from using it? What stops us from at least, we have what we call monitoring our forest zones.
But we've not been able to account for...
I don't even get it.
No. Come on, Dean. We've not been able to account for drones. How do you expect?
The question I asked first was, do we have helicopters?
Yes, we do.
Do we service them? We have them.
Yes, we do.
And we have pilots and men trained.
Absolutely.
And we are paying them monthly.
Absolutely.
And what I'm saying, defense ministry can collaborate with the police ministry.
Okay.
Say 2 or 3 helicopters assigned to these zones. Samurai Boy and whatever areas now. They are on the line, flying zone, watching with cameras and picking what is there and giving report everywhere. Can't we do this?
No, they've done it.
I'm surprised.
They've done it.
To what end?
In 2017.
To what end?
When Vanguard was formed, Helica, I think almost about 3 different occasions, you know. Oma no moko. Oma kwa kwhwe said a hot here. In fact, me exercise I'm calling the biggest exercise SEO Forestry Commission era. I did it in Western region. Many Air Force worker who could be. But said it comes with a cost, heavy cost.
No, it doesn't matter.
Never. And until Anna say okwa no ko hu say the tie kra na oba won team say the next day
it's not the next day. No, the next day accept. Look, we can even do once a month or twice a month. And you know why? Once a month or twice a month, a routine. Now, after you do the Ahano Samara Boy area, no, we have this our forest to check more quick, more your pictures, more your BBR, more Babetnas, more your analysis. Now, aka ground operation. Operation Vanguard will now say, okay, yeah, Ahana area, and say, enter here, seize it
until a permanent solution.
That is what you should do.
I mean, it's that protection unit permanently, you know. Over I'm a been wrong. Obisa, Japan, CDS. I'm in China. What mining site? What Chimko for? What maybe would be 8 hours to come back. The next day you can't go there. Mom 2-3 days. Almost a group war. Into America said, you hear permanent structures all, and yet the Obi because the same unit, you know, normally 2 pair, Ashanti region and then Western region, and the almost station a be or Takwa, no station be or Obuasi, and Obuasi for no area Jumawa within Ashanti enclave, and then the Western region is the Western enclave. But imagine, so we can say Western North and Western region, boom. Now unita area Jumawa area hoa, and yes small, unless a permanent. Because some can motors are the police for you. Some motors will be meeting soldiers within the jungle, so that they will patrol the jungle every morning. Your child say, "Oh, coordinating here, coordinating here, coordinating here." Me say, "What is the whole military zone?" Nobody will come there.
Come on.
Finally. Apart from the look, let me tell you, only the main problem. Maybe. CJ,
where you meet him?
Oh, just a minute. Now
I issues mining. Now we na ma wo de ye de
chance.
Yes. Also, or the staff and be
only ma sam nya e kan nyina.
Sia na metie.
De kan nyina, onim e nipa. Ye nyina e nipa. Whether NDC paying for or me nipa, MP for nipa. Let me tell you the truth. You can bring all these lofty ideas. If that will it's not from us as a people. NDC paying for any will to fight it, it won't work because corruption, no, because MPP paying for new walla, it will go say any panel, any problem. No,
okay, me that's it.
And the last point, it is the will that fights crime. I get him. Mimi Wahi, within these 4 months in government, the number of persons who have approached me to aid their illegal mining activities. Yes. The number of people who have come for me to get them protection and whatever you want, they will give it to you. And he said, we are what you say, you will crash down your own government. And for me, I believe, say, we are on a track as a government to make sure, say, we bring down the menace. All we need to do as a government is to complement it with the alternative livelihood empowerment.
Yeah.
So that when you deny the kingpins the human resource, the activity will come down.
But that's it.
And I believe, say, lastly, no, look, Galamsey. There is a Galamsey in Greater Accra. There are people who have invaded our Ramsar in Greater Accra, which is also another danger to society, danger to the environment.
Yeah.
And I want to caution everybody in the region, say, so why do you say to about my NDC? We NDC ni, and wako overtake a national asset, a Ramsar, an international asset. Who silly a two wall. Now ye banner ye dede, and now ye support the NDC bapa ye there. Won't badge on that way. Blackmail.
Okay.
People should stop it. Those who have invaded the Sakumo Ramsar on Wesisi wall. Look, government will not compromise.
All right, that's it. Anthony Nupeno is the presidential staffer representing the Greater Accra region. Yes, sorry. So happy birthday to Sharon Ahiabu. Sharon, the beautiful Sharon, it's your birthday today, baby girl. Happy birthday to you. Live long and prosper. Much love.